Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 3 After the End with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and our pirate duke Jacques of La Totie. So, number of months have passed since the previous episode. We have returned home after being twice defeated on this peninsula, not by Captain Henry. I think someone else defeated us, but it might have been Captain Henry. I'm not entirely sure. Can we see it in your personal history in the memoir? I was defeated by Captain Dennis. Alright, so it wasn't... And he was also a pirate, which is kind of interesting that the first person who defeated us was of the same faith. Yeah, he was a captain of Freeport. Alright, well, so we were defeated by a pirate. For the first time and twice, which is an interesting coincidence. So we returned back home to lick our wounds, and honestly, not much have happened. We have been sitting at Mar Rouge since the arrival. We recently, finally, replenished all of our levies and units, and now we have to decide what we're gonna do. Now I paused it because a couple of things need to be addressed before we sail out again to plunder for booty and monies. Well, first of all, we have increased our level of fame to distinguished, which gives us an extra knight, which is, why you can see that we now can get 11 champions. Secure opinion is +5, and herd capacity it was 20%. And we have also, in the meantime, increased our devotion to faithful, which gives all that have same faith extra +3 opinion, which is a nice bonus, not bad. I haven't really been working on our piety at all, and it's been just naturally increasing compared to prestige. We have been, farming basically by everything that we have done. Now, we have also received a martial perk, and I'm really not sure what we're gonna... Actually, now I am sure, but I really wasn't sure what we're gonna do. I was still deciding between strategist and overseer. I really like the overseer perk more, but I think for us the strategist is going to be much better. And the reason is, we're probably not going to reach all the way to strategist, but I would like to get the guerrillas, which increase raid speed, gives you extra supply capacity and travel safety, and the engineered for destruction increases naval speed and siege weapon effectiveness. We don't have any siege weapons, but if we ever have, then it's going to be nice. Then there's the organized march, which helps heavy infantry to screen, and hit and run, which increases heavy infantry damage. And also, both of them increase skirmisher damage, and I think we had something here as well. No, not really. Not really, but yeah, that leads me to the fact that we might want to get the macheteros. But before we do that, currently we are building the last of the 3 buildings that we were planning. The lookout tower, which is going to give us extra 50 levies and a little bit of income. And whatever we plunder after that, we are going to invest into hound pens, which are going to give us additional 0.15 gold per month and a little bit extra levies, 25 guys. But together, this 0.15 and this 0.12 should be more than enough to pay for the macheteros when they are, yes, unraised. 0.17. And as you can see, we're gaining a little bit of money, 0.5. So we will be able to raise all of our armies anyway after that, and just, stay at a level or at a small deficit. Or at least that's my hope. Because the macheteros, as I said, give you siege progress, and we're going to get some bonuses. They also have both screening and pursuit, and they counter heavy infantry. So it's gonna be good for us because we have been encountering heavy infantry pretty much everywhere we went. So that's the plan, and I kind of feel like having macheteros would be good for us. Now, one thing that actually is a bummer is that in the months that we have been sitting at home, we haven't gotten a single event that would increase the performance of our existing champions or get a new one, because we're sitting still at 9. So let's hope that we can maybe get someone. There is definitely a couple of people on our island that we could recruit, but I'm not gonna waste this money on them. Instead, let's raise everybody as raider and go pillage, because some of the places that we had are now able to be pillaged once again. And, you know, we have more than we had ever before. 509 people in the band, plus a couple of really good names. I'm actually wondering if any of them are still wounded. You are our court chaplain. I'm not entirely sure if it's wise to bring you with us, but hopefully we're, you know, never gonna... I think it's too late for that now. And you're gonna convert in 11 years. That's actually really good, considering that I expected you not to do that at all. And this is pretty good. I also have bad news. Our wife, the Duchess Regine, is now pregnant. Alright, well, she likes us. We were, by the way, able to sway Thomas. I still want to sway him a little bit more to get him on our side. But what I wanted to say is that I double checked, and really, we are now the only pirate... Wait. The only pirate territory that remains in the world. The other holy site, the Fort Myers, was taken by Emir Ali the Fabulous He. Whatever the local pirate, which, you know, as I mentioned that even I think in the very first video I made about this game, because I tried the character Emir Ali just to see what the game is like, because he's a cool guy. He's the really, like, the only character that is truly a good guy, and this pirate guy was after him and trying to kill him. So whatever happened there, the pirate lost and Emir got his fort. So we can assume that he executed him or something. So we really are the only bearer of the pirate culture anymore, which is kind of sad. Okay, Solange has came of age. She became a Grey Eminence, which is actually not bad at all. She has the bonus of 40. Unfortunately, only 14. But that would still be enough to replace Edith, I think. Alright, they're coming to play with this. Really? I don't even think we have to think of who's gonna win this. We were able to defeat hosts significantly larger than you, and you have only 2 guys, and neither of them is really good. Well, let's see what's gonna happen. Thomas is not swayed. No, we have 85%. We're really not lucky with these schemes. Like, I was really expecting us to do a better job in that, and we constantly fail. So the good news is that really we can keep up away from the army for the maintenance that we have. So that's really good. All right, so we raided this, and because you're raising your 596, we don't have enough troops. That's where the Macheteros come in, really. They would push us over this. I mean, we have recently pondered it, so that really isn't any issue, but... Oh yeah, this is gonna be a massacre. Are these guys... No, you have a separate leader. Alright, so let's see this... Man, this is gonna be a massacre. Jesus Christ. Poor guy. Our champion was wounded. Really? We gained 59 prestige and 28 piety. Killed 17 guys. Who was wounded? A Ewer is wounded. Oh, but you're already recovered. Alright, well that's good. So it wasn't really anything serious. We really need better champions. I was considering turning Rosalande into army organization, but, you know, again, we have a very high chance. 11.5 is really one of the highest that you can get, and still we have been really unlucky. Like, everything else is going great. I cannot complain about anything, but the champion's improvement and the amount of swaying that we have done is just abysmal. Anyway, I'm just gonna let this run. We're gonna pillage, and when I'm done or something interesting happens, I'm gonna come back. But again, you guys know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for the hunting grounds, and we're gonna try to upgrade them to the hound pens, which requires 127 gold, and then the macheteros are what, 59. I still need to get used to these buttons. I keep clicking everywhere. 54. Alright, so we need something like 160 gold. Right, my friend. Go. What's going? Come on, go, 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 go. We need to pillage. I'm gonna actually let you see this battle as well. Yeah, this is even easier. Well, actually, we're not gonna get the disembarkment penalty for them. I don't know how it's calculated. They should get it every single time that they disembark, but sometimes they don't. I know there are certain things that can affect that, like traits of the commander. But the way we have, done that and seen that is just very inconsistent. So you were wounded again, and again nothing happened to you. Spouse is a patron of theologians. Man, our wife is killing it. She has given us a lot of martial experience. She's supporting us. I really, really, really like her. 26 prestige. Nice. So, who was wounded? You, again. But you are again recovered. Well, I guess fair enough. Well, one of the worst things that could have happened to us has just happened. Our liege has realized that we are not of the same faith, and he is demanding that we convert. Now, if we decline, he is gonna get a significant decrease in opinion on us. I'm not entirely sure if he can jail us. I don't think he can, but he's definitely gonna be mad. We brought back a lot of loot. We now have 57 gold, and we are just resting while we are recovering our host. We now have 555 troops, and to be fair, not much else is happening. We are just waiting. We've had one positive outcome of our marshal improving our commanders, but it wasn't anything that I even consider important. Just +1 to martial skill, not even prowess, but martial skill to one of our commanders, so nothing really bad. And we have finally swayed Thomas. Amazing. So we can now... Actually, question. Could we try to offset this by swaying you? What would be the chance? Very hard. His opinion is tied to tier. His diplomacy skill modifier +20. Let me just see what the chance is. It's gonna be very low, right? Yeah, 35. I don't think we want to waste time on that. Instead, I think we are going to try to sway Edith, which should be relatively easy. 45%? Really? I was expecting it to be much better, because I'm considering switching her out and putting in my daughter Solange instead. She is a little bit worse, but she is much younger and has a higher opinion of me. Yeah, let's actually do that. And Solange doesn't need to be swayed, so we are gonna work on our court chaplain here. Very easy. Yeah, 95%. Alright, so that's gonna work. And we are going to be fine. I actually got, and I didn't mention that, I got a request to name a character Svarta Malin, but considering the amount of children we already have, I decided to name this the first son that is going to be born to my heir, to Ferdinand Moinio, and so far, nothing. You guys really... You are heterosexual, so... He's bisexual, alright, well, that still should work. So let us really hope that some children will be born out of this. Yeah, Gotten is vengeful, stubborn. She is ambitious, division, compassion, so neither one is lustful, but still, neither one is chaste. Some children should be coming soon. They've been married for 4 years, so let's hope there is no hidden modifiers. What is this 5? Your daughter can marry. Ah, okay. Well, actually, is there someone who we would like to have join our court? Not entirely sure wait, not mercenaries. Champions. You guys are really not good. What happened to... You probably left. Just a thought. You have a very high diplomacy, so that could have Berserker. Would you... You're 49 though. What about you? You're 47. I don't want that. Alright, let's see who she would choose. So Solange, who has opinion of her? Is there opinion of her? Opinion of you. I would like to see opinion of Solange. Well, we would like to see someone who is of the same religion. Felipe, Axel, Christian, West Indian, Haitian. Oh, that's my physician. Star, and you know, a male. Wait. You are heterosexual. Yeah. Alright. So gender male. Erwin Mortimer. Felipe is brave, paranoid, and lazy. That's what a combination. You will get me an alliance with Anchorage of Cayo Largo. They're also a pirate. Would this work? They would they would even accept a matrimonial marriage. Alright, well, why not? His liege is Harbor Master Ulysses. Who are you? To the impressive Jacques, I'm gonna accept your marriage proposal. Where are you? What's going on here? President Raimundo the Fat. That is bizarre. Well, you now moved to my territory, and you are located where? Over here. Why was he? Well, it's because his liege is there. But he is located here. Most serene mayor. Well, okay, either way, we got a small alliance out of that, and hopefully Solange is gonna be relatively okay with that. And we have a matrimonial marriage coming out of it, so that's good on all sides. So how about, yes, we got everyone. So now we can do, and I think that he has joined our retinue as her husband? No, where is he? Wait, did he join? I mean, he should have. Solange, your spouse is Felipe, and he has 12. Yeah, here he is. Okay, well, we got a pretty decent champion out of that. Not bad in my book. Well, I wanted to skip ahead, but the game has actually had other ideas. It just gave us the Raider trait, which is amazing. The terror from Latourti. For years, I've swiped out on devastating raids, bringing the full fury of Stella Maris to the trembling world. For surely, if he disapproved, he would have struck me down by now. Instead, my household sleeps surrounded by the stolen fineries of foreign rulers, and exotic slaves warm my bed. Truly, noble and peasant alike quail at my approach, and parents silence crying children with the threat that I shall visit. Let them weep at my name. The Raider gives us +2 martial, +3 prowess, and plus prestige, and every Raider character gets +5 opinion. So this is amazing. So martial is now 25. It was still cowardly, and prowess 18. That is amazing. And we went on to raid this place, which was the original plan. But I actually was thinking about one thing. The dynasty now has 8 living members, which is pretty good. You know, I cannot complain about that. We have 8 living children. Well, actually, no, we have 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, you unfortunately died to the measles. What's Why does she have that on her face? Is that a bug? It has to be a bug. But it looks like I thought that she was disfigured or something. No more, people were born, but I wanted to look at our possible dynasty legacies. Or was it called? Yeah, legacies. Okay. I haven't been playing the game in a while, so I have to, get all the lingo down. And there is a couple of ones that I would like, but I think we're still gonna go with pillage first because that one, it just works. Prowess +1, naval speed. There is also warfare. House of Warriors would be pretty good, and there was also, I think, blood. But we'll have to see. I'll go through them in between the updates and see if there's something more interesting. You could go pillage over there as well, but I feel like that army is gonna descend on us again. Yeah, you have 1,000 troops. I'm not gonna be able to raid this area. There isn't anything else here. We could try to go somewhere like the West Indies or over here. It doesn't even show me how far that is. I'll have to see, but so far we're gonna get just 14 gold. I mean, we're already at 60, so we're doing pretty good, but there isn't all that much. We can designate a guardian for Astrid. What are you like? It might make sense to have our steward take care of her, because we could have a daughter educated in the fine art of money counting. Alright, so there. Well, this one we might try. Oh, are you a leper? Scar. No, you're disfigured. You have 255, and the liege is the queen herself, but I don't think she's gonna come defend you. Or, so I hope. If she comes, well, then we are screwed anyway. But other than that, these two could be up for the taking. We'll have to keep an eye on it, though. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Alright, we're on our way home, and as we were coming, we have actually sailed around the Cockburn town, which is a castle, and it had 34 gold in it. So we now have 92 loot, and we're bringing it back home. But because we raided it, and we have the trait raider, and we're actually, doing so well, we're already a reaver. Nice. We get an event which you can sometimes get when you're raiding: Fire and Blood. The settlement of Cockbury Town, an important stronghold in Greater Turks and Caicos Islands, has fallen to my raiders. We have the run of the vast tracts of land and many of the quivering subjects and shining treasures of Count Ronald to choose from. The troops stand ready, awaiting my command to give them direction. So we can capture skilled laborers, which would give us extra 4-day development, which actually development growth, I think it just increases development by 4-day. Which is great when you are very well developed. Or we can get extra 30 loot and gain 75 prestige, or we can just say no, we've done enough. I'm gonna take the extra plunder. That means we have now 122 gold. Wow, that is more than enough for us to build the Hunter's Lodges, no, the Hound Pens, and it's most likely going to be enough for us to get the Macheteros as well. So this was our best raid yet. We even captured some courtiers, one of them being the Countess of the Prince Rayford, who is son of the Queen Portia, who controls the West Indies. But for some reason, he doesn't want her back. I don't know why. Does he not have gold? She cannot be ransomed. I don't know what's up with that. So let me see if we can negotiate her release. I can demand a conversion. No, she will not accept that. Can I recruit her and gain a hook? So she could basically stay with us. Oh, she's ill. I was expecting him as the son of the queen to have a lot of money, but somehow he doesn't want that. What about you? We can ransom him for a hook. You're 40. You actually have a really high stewardship. Could we recruit you? Get a hook. Yeah. Alright, so you're gonna stay with us, and with this kind of stewardship, you are very likely to be our new steward. Which is going to be great. So let's put you here, Rogelio. Oh, you hate me so much. That's insane. You really hate me. So I think we have a new target for swaying. Yeah, we're gonna wait for a bit and then we're gonna start swaying you, because you're giving us a lot of extra taxes and you would give us a huge amount of development, but we still haven't had even a single extra taxes event, which, you know, considering we were playing for like 20 years already. I don't know how old you were, like 20, 22 when we started, something like that, and you're 43 now, so damn, I would have expected you to be well and done with that at least once, but no. Well, but we have really sacked everything we could. I could try to sail here next and see if we can get something from that area, but I would definitely want the macheteros for that. So let's see if we can just disband you, have you reinforce, and we can upgrade. You can't upgrade you because you cost 212. We don't even need that. We really want the money first. Actually, you would give how much? 0.8. Alright. And we could even build the watchtowers. I don't think that is worth it for now. So let's build the hound patterns. That's 127 gold. And we got 56. Which is enough for the macheteros. Alright, we're not gonna do that now though. I'm just gonna let it rest for a bit, and we'll need, you know, at least some money in the bank. Potential recruit to the court, Paulette, for 15 gold. Not really. That she's not bringing any. Why, diplomacy would be good, but she's lustful. Oh, she's 55. No, be gone. Begone, evil spirit. We are more than happy with what we have. So let's hope that we can sway pretty words. Edith. As I wander the gardens in quiet contemplation, my mind is some far off place. I almost run straight to Edith before I can collect myself. She asked for my forgiveness, saying that she never meant to inconvenience a lord of such vital energy. Her words reveal a level of affectionate attentiveness which takes me by surprise. Edith, you flatter me. Alright, well, she obviously wants to seduce me, and I'm not gonna... She already is my woman, so, you know, why would I resist that? That makes absolutely no sense. Alright, well, man, we're gonna leave this to our son in such a nice shape. I just wish you were a little bit better, man, because you really aren't anything special, but, you know, not everybody of my dynasty can be so good. And to be fair, you have 4, 9, 10, 4, 2, 5. Yeah, so you vote 2 8s. Yeah, I mean, he's not bad. The prowess is something that is really an issue, but maybe we can turn him into a thinking pirate or something. I don't know, we'll see. Well, one thing that I wasn't expecting is our lord, the Esau II of Haiti, to send his son to us. So we are now a guardian of Prince Esau of Haiti. Young Esau, Esau's son, has at last arrived from Haiti for his education. Esau's son has at last arrived from Haiti for his education. You know, it's twice, just so that we do not miss the point. Once he's settled, his lessons shall begin. So he is now our ward, which is surprising. I really did not expect that. Now, what could we do with him? And he made us a master of the horse. Alright. And we are continuing with Edith. The meet. To my surprise, Edith came to the joust meet for young champions in Mara Rouge. Watching the novice warriors was necessary, but uninteresting, so I was grateful when Edith suggested a fun with a distraction. Having a page pour pig's blood out on the ground behind the tray drove some of the less well-trained horses into a wild fear, as several of the riders were thrown to the ground, while the rest struggled to hold on. I must thank Edith for her visit. And I think we're gonna end the episode here with this. Let us just go over what changed. I managed to pillage one of the castles over here. I narrowly escaped because the queen, was it the queen or was it you? No, it had to be the queen. A large host of about 5,000 troops tried to catch me, and I narrowly escaped with the bags of gold. This is where the Reaver trait becomes really important, because the raid speed plus 120% is just amazing. Plus, we have additional perks from our martial lifestyle. We now have the organized march, which gives us extra march speed, and it also helps our units. So next we're gonna take the hit and run, and then we're gonna go with engineer for destruction and guerrillas. But this allowed me to actually raise another unit. The macheteros that we have discussed. So we will have 676 men in total, and that is without the boost that the Houndpens are gonna give us, which is another 25 men. So altogether about 700 raiders will be available for us. Now this is gonna be important, because I was looking around at what we could do here, and all of this actually belongs to this guy who has 1,203 troops. So I don't really think we'll be able to defeat him. He's actually a dude. It's a Duchess Cordelia. I don't know why I said dude. And she even has a really good marshal. So this is off limits for us. We would get just completely obliterated here. But Guadeloupe is a different story. The local lord, Duke Jean-Luc of French Antilles, has 611 men and only 4 champions. He does have some allies, but I don't think they will really come to his defense. So we could try to raid his area. There is some bounty to be gained. 35 here, 16 here. Is there another one? Well, there's this one. That's 24. And 27. So this alone would make it, over 100 gold that we could just sack and bring back. Here be secrets. As I went over to pick up the scripture to study, my daughter Astrid barges into the room, interrupting my tranquil solitude. Father, you won't believe what I found out about Jesla. She pauses to catch her breath for dramatic effect. Well, speak. This will further Astrid's intrigue, education, and focus. Secrets are currency, my dear girl. Yeah, well, and we have another child. That's something that I forgot to mention, Karine. And we got a promoted commander. Well, let's hope this will be a good person to end the episode 8. I mean, wow, Marshal 23. Alright, open terrain expert, club-footed, strategist. Okay, so his prowess is only 8, but 23 marshal is amazing. Well, alright, I'll take him, and I think he still is one of the better commanders that we have. Are we back to? Yeah, we're back to max, which is 12 now. We have 25, 17, 12, 12. No, wait, 25, 17. 12, 12, 12, 9, 8, 8, 7, 6. Mysteries of the Guinan. My ward Esau and his little friend Dienet has taken a copy of the Guinan from the study and brought it to the playroom. They spent hours trying to understand what was written on its pages, talking about Ogu and the many mysteries of the divine. Esau seems to have developed a deep respect for the word of the voodoo faith. You do well treating holy words with reverence. It's all nonsense, boy. Ignore it. He uses the humble trait and will get cynical. Be satisfied with what you already know, and you'll be happy. Gains content. Well, Zealot Vassal Opinion keeps the trade humble. I guess we're gonna, keep him humble. I wish we could. I didn't check that. Okay, let's truly end this episode, apart from getting rid of the Microsoft updates, to see if we could somehow influence his personality. No, we could make him vengeful. But it's not what I wanted. Could we convert him? No, we could murder him. Exchange hostages. He's not gonna convert, I think. Like murdering him or imprisoning him is an interesting way how to make the liege definitely come after us. But I mean, I guess he wants him to be decent. Is he the primary heir? No, Princess Claudia is the primary heir, so he's the second son. Well, it would be cool if we could turn him, to the brother of the ghost, but it's not gonna happen most likely. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. A lot has happened. We are continuing our path. Unfortunately, we're starting to get a little bit old, which is soon going to weigh down on us. And our son doesn't seem to be improving in anything at all. But, what can we do with him? I could grant him actually a court position, but he would be an excellent master of the horse. And extra knights would be great. But at this point, we cannot afford it. Personal champion. I would like to make him the master of the horse, to be quite honest, but we need to make sure that we can afford it. So after a couple of raids, we'll have to improve the lookout house. And how much would this one? Oh, this one would be really good. Additional plus 15. So we could pay him. Well, I'll have to think about it. Anyway, thank you very much. See you next time.